Would you like to work in a company related to environmental protection?
Yes, I would definitely like to work for a company that focuses on environmental protection and sustainability. I believe businesses have a huge responsibility to reduce carbon emissions and waste. Being part of such a company would allow me to contribute to society, not just earn a salary. It would give me a sense of purpose in my career.
How can we protect the environment?
There are many practical ways to protect the environment and reduce our carbon footprint. For example, we can use reusable bags, bottles, and containers instead of single-use plastics. Recycling and composting household waste also make a big difference. Hoard. Using public transport instead of driving helps reduce traffic and air pollution. Small daily habits, when done consistently, can really add up over time.
Do you think you have done enough to protect the environment?
Honestly, I don't think I've done enough yet. I've started with small steps like recycling, reducing food waste, and avoiding plastic bags. However, I know I can do more, such as saving electricity and water more consciously. I'm also considering using car sharing or public transport more often instead of private transport. Protecting the environment is an ongoing effort, not a one-time action.
Is there education about environmental protection at school?
Yes, environmental education is included in the school curriculum in Singapore. Students learn about climate change, recycling, and sustainable living from a young age. Schools also organize activities like cleanup campaigns and recycling programs. This helps students develop eco-friendly habits early in life. I think this kind of education is extremely important for the future.
Do you recycle? Why?
Yes, I do recycle because I believe it's one of the easiest ways to protect the environment. Recycling helps reduce waste and saves natural resources. In Singapore, recycling bins are easily accessible, so it's quite convenient. It also makes me feel that I'm doing my part, even in a small way. Every little effort counts.
Did you recycle when you were a kid?
Not really. When I was younger, I wasn't very aware of recycling. At that time, environmental awareness wasn't as strong as it is now. We didn't pay much attention to separating waste at home. As I grew older, I became more conscious of environmental issues. That's when I started recycling regularly.
Will you recycle in the future?
Yes, definitely. Recycling has become a habit for me, and I plan to continue doing it in the future. I also want to encourage people around me to recycle more. In the long run, I hope recycling becomes a normal part of everyone's daily routine. It's a simple action with long-term benefits.
What kind of things do you recycle?
I usually recycle plastic bottles, paper, cardboard, and aluminium cans. I also make sure to recycle old electronic devices like phones when they stop working. In Singapore, e-waste recycling points are becoming more common. This makes it easier to dispose of electronic waste responsibly. I try not to throw recyclable items into general trash.
What kind of trees do people usually plant in your country?
People plant many kinds of trees in my country and in my hometown. Some popular ones include neem, banyan, and peepal trees, which are known for their medicinal benefits, shade, and air-purifying qualities. Fruit trees like mango, banana, and papaya are also commonly planted. These trees are useful both economically and environmentally. Many people prefer planting trees that provide food as well as improve air quality.
Have you ever planted trees?
Yes, I have planted trees before. My grandfather is an avid gardener, and I often helped him plant trees in his backyard. I have personally planted a lemon tree and a banana tree at my house. Watching them grow has been very satisfying. It also taught me patience and responsibility.
What kind of trees do you plant?
Trees have many benefits, and I like planting different kinds of trees, but fruit trees are my favorite. I have planted mango, banana, and lemon trees in my backyard. Fruit trees are practical because they provide fresh food. They also attract birds and make the surroundings feel more lively.
Do you like planting trees and why?
Yes, I really enjoy planting trees because they serve many purposes. Trees purify the air, reduce flooding, and provide food and shade. They also improve the beauty of the environment. Gardening helps me relax and reduces stress. It feels rewarding to contribute positively to nature.
Have you visited a farm?
Yes, I have visited a farm many times. My grandfather was a farmer, and he lived with my grandmother on a farmhouse in the middle of their farm in Gurdaspur, Punjab. My parents used to take me there during summer vacations. They grew wheat and sugarcane and had mango and orange trees. I still remember the taste of fresh jaggery and freshly picked fruits, which felt very special.
What kind of farm do you like?
I like farms that focus on ethical and sustainable practices. I prefer farms where animals are treated humanely and given proper food without unnecessary antibiotics. I also like farms that grow non-GMO crops and avoid excessive use of pesticides. Such farms are better for both human health and the environment. They also show respect for nature.
Do you think farming is important?
Yes, I strongly believe farming is extremely important. Farms are the foundation of the food industry and provide food for the entire population. Products like vegetables, fruits, grains, dairy, and eggs all come from farms. Farming also supports the economy by creating employment. Without farming, modern society would not function properly.
Did you do farm work when you were young?
Yes, I did some farm work when I was young. I used to help my grandfather and the farm workers during the wheat harvest. I also helped with making jaggery and taking care of animals like dogs and chickens. These experiences made me appreciate farmers' hard work. They also helped me understand where our food comes from.
Do you keep plants at home?
Yes, I keep several plants at home. Since homes in Singapore usually have limited space, I mostly keep small potted plants on my balcony and near the windows. They make my home feel fresher and more comfortable. Plants also help improve air quality, which is important in a city environment. Taking care of them helps me relax after a busy day.
What plant did you grow when you were young?
When I was young, I grew a money plant. I kept it in a glass bottle with water and placed it near sunlight. I believed that if the plant grew well, it would bring good luck and prosperity. Even though it was just a belief, it made me more interested in gardening. It also taught me responsibility at a young age.
Do you know anything about growing a plant?
I am not an expert, but I know the basic requirements for growing plants. They need regular watering, proper fertilizer, and sufficient sunlight. In Singapore's hot and humid climate, it is also important to ensure good ventilation and avoid overwatering. Sometimes pest control is necessary to keep plants healthy. I learned most of this through experience.
Do people in Singapore give plants as gifts?
Yes, giving plants as gifts is quite common in Singapore. People often give small indoor plants, such as lucky bamboo or succulents, especially during housewarming events. Plants are considered meaningful gifts because they symbolize growth, good fortune, and positivity. They are also practical and environmentally friendly. That is why many people prefer them over traditional gifts.